Hey everyone, Aaron from Ariens here, showing you how to complete deck level and pitch adjustments so you can continue getting a premium cut quality from your Ariens ZENITH zero-turn mower. So what is deck pitch? Deck pitch is the height difference between the front of the mower deck and the rear of the mower deck. By pitching your deck a little bit farther down at the front than the rear, your deck lifts grass more effectively and gives you a better cut. Deck leveling is similar, but instead of making this adjustment from front to back, this adjustment is done from side to side. Now, in most cases, the front of your deck should be pitched about a quarter inch lower than the rear of the deck, and in about all cases, your deck should be completely level from side to side. So after reviewing the safety section of your operator's manual, let's make these easy adjustments. Set the deck somewhere in the middle of its cutting height range. Here, we picked a cutting height of 3.5 inches, so we have ample room to work above and below the deck. Manually rotate the blades so they extend from the front of the mower deck to the rear of the deck. Notice here how I use extra caution and grab the blade from the dull end. Measure the distance between the front tip of the mower blade and the surface you're working on. Measurements at the front of the deck should show 3.5 inches to match the cutting height the deck is set to. Our measurement shows the deck height on the right front at about 3 3/8 inches, an eighth of an inch lower than our cutting height selection. This means we'll raise the front of the deck 1/8 of an inch. To raise the deck, loosen the jam nut on the corresponding deck hanger, then tighten the bolt, or turn it clockwise, to raise that corner of the deck. As you turn the bolt, you'll notice the front of the deck gradually rising. Check your adjustment and ensure it reflects your cutting height setting. Our measurement now shows 3.5 inches, which is what our cutting height is set to. If your measurement doesn't match your cutting height, continue your adjustment, otherwise tighten the deck hanger jam nut. Take the same measurement on the other side of the deck. Again, position the blade so it extends from the front of the deck to the rear of the deck, and measure the distance between the front tip of the mower blade and the surface you're working on. As you can see, we measure 3 1/4 inches. Once again, we'll need to raise this corner of the deck. This time, 1/4 of an inch to match our cutting height of 3.5 inches. After checking the adjustment, we verify the blade tip on this corner of the deck is 3.5 inches above the cutting surface, meaning it accurately reflects the cutting height setting and is level with the other side of the deck. You can now tighten the deck hanger jam nut since this adjustment is complete. Now we'll take height measurements at the rear of the deck. Remember, adding pitch means to make the rear of the deck slightly higher than the front, with optimal pitch being between 1/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch of height difference between the front and the rear of the deck. Normally we'll target for 1/4 of an inch of pitch, so we'll raise the rear blade tips to 3.75 inches. Our measurement here shows 3 5/8 inches, so we'll raise the deck 1/8 of an inch. Loosen the jam nut on the deck hanger and tighten the deck hanger bolt to raise the deck. Keep in mind that you can also lower the deck by turning the hanger bolt counterclockwise in case you tighten the bolt too much. Check your adjustment. Our measurement shows 3.75 inches, meaning this side of the deck is pitched to 1/4 of an inch, which is right where we want it. Our last measurement is at the rear on the opposite side of the deck. This should also be at 3.75 inches to achieve that 1/4 inch of pitch, and to make the deck level from side to side. We're only at about 3 5/8 inches here, so we'll raise the deck 1/8 of an inch to reach 3.75 inches. Check your adjustment. It's a little tough to see here, but it looks like we're at 3.75 inches, meaning our adjustment is complete and we can tighten the jam nut against the deck hanger. So as you can see, this really was a pretty easy procedure, and it's a small time investment that pays big dividends. Now, as always, if you guys like this video and want to see more helpful content from Ariens, remember to click on the Ariens logo in the lower right corner of the video to subscribe to our YouTube channel.